Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. What's going on? It's your man DB. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. Facebook / Elephant Man Podcast, IG Elephant Man _podcast, and on YouTube, subscribe. Yeah, if you haven't seen my one show about Brother Brady, the fanatic from the Cross Movement, hip hop legend, pretty much, and he's these words: "I'm becoming a believer." Did he lead a Christian faith? Check that out. Let me know what you think about that. And then also Lecrea, he had recently posted something, and after he said this, he got a show canceled. So let's look at what he said. Okay, all right. It says, "Once upon a time, I thought I was done with Christianity, but the reality was I was just done with the institutionalized, corporatized, gentrified, politicized, culturally exclusive version of it." So he was kind of upset with that. But then when he said, "I just lost the show because of this tweet." Point proven. Wow. So I think that that's very, very crazy, interesting that he would say that, that he just lost the show because of that. But I just figure out, if the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe don't fit, then it's not talking about you. Keep it moving. But that goes to show you the level of offense and power provided by certain people. You know what I mean? They can just cancel a show. You know what I mean? If they speak out against injustice or they speak out against, whatever, they can get their show canceled. You know what I mean? It ain't, away from the quote unquote gospel per se, but just because he made that post, that must have hit home to somebody. Somebody that must have been whoever was on staff that can cancel his show. Say, "Hey, we're gonna pull the show." You know what I'm saying? But let's just see what he said again. What he said? Let's look at it. He said, "Institutional, corporatized, gentrified, politicized, and culturally exclusive version of it." Not it in general, but that, so he was just bringing up that point. I was like, man, that's pretty interesting. Bro talked about that. Man, you can't even say nothing. That's why I believe that you need to be producers as well as consumers. If we have nothing to bring to the table, I always get the analogy: you're playing 5-on-5 basketball. Somebody got the basketball, they get offended, they leave with the basketball, the game is over. We can't play the game no more. So somebody else got to be able to own the basketball, right? So we got to be able to have our own venues and do our own thing if we want to continue to do shows or whatever. And we got to tell the truth and love. We know that, but we don't turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to social injustice. You know what I mean? That ain't what it's about. So let me know what you think about that. Very, very interesting. He lost the show. He probably gonna lose a couple of more shows and endorsements because he made that tweet. But I think he was making that tweet in response to Fanatic saying he left altogether. A lot of people struggle with different things, but I don't know if the answer is to leave altogether. But I think there's some other things going on. So we continue to pray for Brady, continue to pray for Cray and whoever else out there, who's going through the things, who's suffering, especially those who suffering in silence and who suppress it and pass and feel as though they can't say nothing. That ain't freedom. He come and set the captives free, and whoever who should come set the. He said, "Who the Son sets free is free indeed." So I'm gonna get on up out of here. I'm just in the lab doing some gardening. This is green beans, and I got some kale, and I got some spinach and tomatoes, all from seed. So we're going to see what's going on pretty soon. Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversation dealing with elephants in the room. I am out. One. Perfect.